Mike Kerley, fund manager of Henderson Far East Income Limited. Now, the results, they were out last week. Were there any highlights that investors should take away from this?
I think the results on the whole were pretty decent. The revenue for the company increased by about 7.7%, which kind of hides an underlying growth in the portfolio in terms of revenue of about mid-teens. And the reason for the difference was the strength of sterling. So I think it still shows a good underlying dividend growth trend in the region, although clearly the strength of sterling was a headwind for us. But otherwise, I think they were a pretty good set of results.
Okay, let's move on to the portfolio's yield. It's at a premium to your competitors. Why do you think this is?
A couple of things. Firstly, we use derivatives to enhance the income. So it's not just the dividends from the portfolio which are driving the distribution of dividends to our shareholders, but it's also the revenue we get from selling options. So that's one point. The second point is we are very focused on valuation. We like buying attractively valued companies, and generally the more attractive they are, the higher the yields. So I think that also helps in the absolute level of yield we produce.
Now, some investors might think China is a bit more of a growth story rather than an income story. Is this something you agree with?
I think it's both. The underlying economy in China is growing around about 7%, and that's translating into pretty strong net profit growth for companies. They're generating quite a lot of excess cash, and as a result, we're seeing higher dividends. And because the market's attractively valued, those yields tend to be higher than most other countries around the region.
Okay, finally, Mike, do you foresee anything that may impact dividends in Asia moving forward into 2015?
On the positive side, there's quite a lot of reform going on in Asia. In China, we're seeing state enterprises being reformed, so much more focus on profitability, and hence that's pretty good for shareholder returns. We're also seeing that in Korea with the finance ministry focusing on increasing total shareholder returns through dividend distribution. On the negative side, currency could be a headwind in a lot of places. Also, in some countries, falling commodity prices and oil prices could have an impact. So it's a bit hit and miss, I suppose, but mainly more positive than negative.
Mike Kerley, thank you.
Thank you.